this very cool thing. We have our local, and they installed a ceiling camera to do feature matches. So we have around 3 feature match. It was actually an online streaming, but I got the link, and it will be in the description down below. But this round 3 feature match is DK Yugioh playing Dude Hero Lives versus Simon from Poland playing Evilswarm. And Simon is the one using orange sleeves, and DK Yugioh is the one using white sleeves. And I will be doing some commentary since there's no audio on the video. And the video is kind of like a solid 20 minutes or so, and I don't really want to find any music to put in, so I'll just do some commentary. They're shuffling up for the match, and we will start momentarily. So the dice roll, and there we go with the handshake. Looks like Simon will be going first. He starts off with reinforcement of the army, getting caster since it's pretty much the only one viable in the deck. Summoning caster using the ability to get the extra normal summon for Heliotrope. Overlaying for Ophion and searching the he searches the infection. The local was 5 Swiss rounds and then top 8 playoff cut. We were 33 players at the local that time. Simon ends with 2 back rows. DK Yugioh is up playing Stratos. And Simon responds with Veiler. It's looking like Simon is in a really good position. He draws for turn, attacks the Stratos. The DK Yugioh has no response, so he lets it die. And Simon goes with 2 more back rows. Not being afraid of Heavy Storm, since DK Yugioh set 2 also. He points out that those 2 were the ones he just set, and he end-phase Call of the Horns for Stratos, and it gets bottomless. Still searching from its effect. Searching out Diamond Dude. Now DK Yugioh here is playing a Hero Live variant, packing Diamond Dude and Destiny draws. Instead of the Nias alias, he's using Destiny Heroes, and actually it's just Diamond Dude. He returns the Diamond Dude to use another Destiny draw. A really good play. Just getting through the deck, finding the answers to 3 back rows and Ophion. He flips over his Foolish Burial, sending Zephyros Looks like he's about ready to make a play. But that Ophion is pretty much locking down his miracle fusions. He blindly MSTs the infection, which Simon chains, puts back Caster, and picks out Curikian. Pays half his life points to try and special summon a hero from the deck. Uh, Bubble Man, I think it would be. Yeah, Bubble Man. In defense. Returns it to the hand for the cost of the Sephiroth and takes 400 of damage as the effect. Sets his 3 back rows, I believe it is, and summons the Bubble Man back to the field. He exceeds for my stroke, which is actually a pretty solid answer to Ophion, if it wasn't because Simon had the safe zone. You see him here considering flipping it. No doubt in my mind that DK Yugioh has a Miracle Fusion set, at least one. Simon decides to flip the safe zone as a response to Maystroke's summon, leaving DK Yugioh with the Maystroke that really doesn't do anything, and his Miracle Fusions to become to keep being dead. Simon draws for turn. Summons the rabbit that he just drew, leaving the Curikian in his hand. And DK Yugioh responds with compulsory. He must be worried that Simon has pandemic down. Or he just realized that the rabbit was a more threat than Ophion is currently is. DK Yukio draws Diamond Dude and uses effect to hit normal spell card Reinforcement of the Army, which he will get the effect of next turn. Simon draws Allure of Darkness, plays it, draws 2 more. Decides to banish the Curikian. Looks like he drew another Curikian, so he summons back the rabbit, uses the rabbit's effect, bringing out 2 Heliotrope. Exceeds them for Bahamut. and uses Bahamut's effect to target and take control of Maystroke. This is where I believe Simon makes a smaller misplay and DK Yugioh just scooped. He should have attacked with Ophion over the Diamond Dude, because Ophion has safe zone so it cannot attack directly. You see DK Yugioh just scooping there. I don't know if it was because I don't believe that he's. Well, come to think of it, he used Hero Lift, so Bahamut might have been enough to deal the final damage. So there we have it. That was game 1. And looks like Simon's up 1. So side decking. And it looks like we're about ready to go to game 2. Them shuffling up for the match. And DK Yugioh will be going first in the game 2. Excuse me. He starts off with Diamond Dude, using effect and hitting a Night Beam. That's pretty good for him. If he can set up shop right now and keep Simon from setting any back rows, he should be in a really good position to maybe OTK his opponent. Simon starts off with the Rota again and getting Caster. The only viable option in the main deck, unless he side decks DD Warrior Lady or any other kind of warriors, but looks like he's getting Caster. He has several Mandragoras in hand, but chooses to normal summon caster, and then summoning a Mandragora. And DK Yugioh will respond with Rivalry of Warlords. And Simon chooses Warriors. He attacks the Diamond Dude. And decides not to set any back rows. DK Yugioh draws for turn. And let's see if he has a big push to be making, or he summons another dude, uses that one's effect and hits the warrior turning alive. Another free card for next turn. He foolish burials Stratos and Call of the Haunts is the Stratos, getting the searching effect. Searches for a bubble main. And Simon looking through his extra deck. DK Yugioh just sitting one back row and passes turn. After attacking, of course. Simon has the Dark Hole, but is still locked under the Rivalry of Warlords. Decides to summon a caster and attack for 750. And we are back to DK Yugioh, who has the warrior turning alive in his graveyard that he can use. He's contemplating on his move for the turn, and sets one monster. Nothing really big happening. He set the Sephiroth, and he randomly night beams the Solemn Warning. He bounces the Rivalry of Warlords for Sephiroth's costs. Then he Dust Tornadoes the Solemn Judgment. It kinda seemed like he didn't want the warrior turning alive last turn. He sets his 2 back row and summon Bubble Man. Exceeds for Emerald, I think it is. He's looking through his graveyard, sees 3 monsters. He I don't know if he has Miracle Fusion or not, but yeah, he makes the Emerald, detaches the Bubble Man, and puts back 3. Since he's not running Alias, he cannot really use the special summon one normal monster from the graveyard. He puts back 1 dude, 1 bubble man, and 1 Stratos. So he shuffles up good. And Simon cuts it. He draws and he plays Stratos that he just drew off the. He shows the Miracle Fusion and Simon scoops. So I guess we're heading for a game 3. And yeah, let's take a quick break. And it looks like we're back for game 3. And Simon seems to start off with that game. No surprise there. Doesn't look like he has the most amazing hands, so he starts off with the Thunderbird and 2 back rows. Passes turn to DK Yugioh, who just drew the duality and plays it right away. Bubblemane, Rivalry, and Call of the Haunted. I think he will get the Rivalry of Warlords. Seems like the better choice in this situation. He does get the Rivalry of Warlords. And sets 5 back rows. Maybe he's setting up for the entire thing, or maybe he just doesn't have anything else. Simon knows that DK Yugioh took the Rivalry of Warlords, so he picks the second Thunderbird to summon to the field. And DK Yugioh responds with Solemn Warning. Might prove to be wise in the end. Simon is contemplating on Monster Reborning. He chooses to reborn the Thunderbird, putting a lot of pressure on DK Yugioh. Don't know if he has a response, but sure looks like that way when he puts it like that. Doesn't respond to that. He flips the Rivalry of Warlords to the attack of the first Thunderbird. I don't know if he was hoping that Simon would chain its ability, but he does take the 2 Thunderbirds for damage, leaving him really low. He blindly shoots the Eradicator virus. And passes turn. Simon hits him with Thunderbird again, and DK Yugioh is forced to compulsory it, making it stronger for next standby phase. I think he's below 2000 about now. So Simon just sets a back row and returns the Thunderbird. So one Thunderbird 950 and the second Thunderbird 1650. Doesn't look like DK Yugioh has the best hand. He's kind of lacking monsters. That Rivalry of Warlords doesn't really do anything about now. He foolish burials. Yet again for the Sephiroth. He bounces the Rivalry of Warlords, or doesn't? Yeah, he does. To bring back Sephiroth in attack. Takes the 400 of damage as effect. And sets to 3 more back rows. Simon draws a turn and just enters battle phase. And looks like DK Yugioh just extended his hand. Not much to say there, and that's it for now. Stay tuned for more games.